You guys are going to get so sick of me today, but the last few days have been so full of insights. These aha moments are, the light bulb going on over your head. And I think it has to do with what we've been hearing about. Increased downloads, maybe DNA upgrades, clarity on things we've been in the dark about. Just the shift. And for me, it certainly has been the case. So in this particular story time, I wanted to tell you about what happened today, and I'll call it, I'm Not Good Enough. I'm a living room karaoke singer, but for the fact that a couple years before COVID, for a couple years, I volunteered singing for memory care. And they didn't really care if I hit the notes right or not. They enjoyed my energy. They enjoyed having someone new in the facility. So I didn't feel judged, and I would just feel free to sing my heart out and not worry about whether anyone would say I wasn't any good or not. I had this karaoke software that I paid for every month, and even though it's been a couple of years now, I still pay for it every month because I enjoy singing in my living room. My kid might not enjoy it so much, but she can close her door and play her game really loud, and she won't have to listen to me. Anyway, today I wanted to sing a couple songs, and I picked one of my favorites, which you're going to think is corny maybe, but I love singing All That Jazz. For some reason, I just feel sassy and like I'm almost a different persona when I sing that song. And if I'm feeling disempowered, it makes me feel more empowered. I never have been able to explain that until today. But as I'm singing, I'm getting this like running story going in my head at the same time. And I realize that I'm being offered a glimpse into a past life. And I have seen part of this past life before, but it's been 3 or 4 years ago, and it was just the end of this life. I'm singing All That Jazz in my living room, but I'm seeing me in this other life on a stage in some kind of establishment. Maybe it's 1920s, 1930s by the clothing, but I don't think it is any kind of performance because it looks more like a waitress's outfit. And I'm belting out a song, looking over at the bar where my love is leaning on it. I just know, because claircognizance is my strongest gift, that this is the son of the owner. And he's beaming. He picks up his hands and does like a heart kind of thing, and I blow a kiss. I finish the song, and he runs up and says, "You're so good, I got to tell my mom." And I said, "Don't tell your mother. You know she doesn't like me." And he starts to argue with me a little bit about why she needs to know, the mother. And I said, "Nah, let's not even talk about it. Do you think you could sneak out and we could go to the beach?" And he says, "Well, of course we can. I'm the son of the owner." I don't see past that, but I had seen the beach in this previous time visiting this past life. And that is where these two young adults are just kind of giddy in love and running along and horsing around with each other and having just a wonderful time in the sun. It just seems like joy. And then a wave comes in and sweeps the then me into the ocean. And that's the end of that life. Now, all this is like new, that I could actually be realizing why this song makes me feel so good, because it lets me step into this young woman in another life who was a very good singer. And I start talking to myself, which is never to myself, it's to my spiritual team, and I'm saying, man, it just feels so good. I wish I was as good as I was in that life. I'm not good enough. And that was probably one of the very rare times I have caught myself saying it, if I've ever done it before. I stopped up and said, did I just say I'm not good enough? That's like speaking something into existence. That's putting out into the universe, I'm not good enough. How many times have I done that? Probably a gazillion times in my lifetime without even registering what I was doing. And then I get the response from my spiritual team, according to whose specifications are you not good enough? And there's the point of this. You know, when we are children, we think that we could accomplish anything. You know, kids have been known to jump off roofs thinking they could fly. Children don't see that they are not good enough until someone tells them they are not. And then as we get older, we learn to compare ourselves to other people. Or maybe there's been comparison between siblings in the home. To think that we are not good enough is because someone else unloaded onto us whatever their problem was. Because, as Spirit pointed out to me, it's not about being perfect. Not only do you compare yourself to other people, but now you compare yourself to yourself in a past life. Being good enough is being you. It doesn't have to do with Sally's better or Bob is better. If you love to do something, that will be conveyed if you have other people around you. That passion is going to come out, and that's going to be what people note. So quit telling yourself you're not a good enough singer. When you have your heart into it, your uniqueness is what you have to offer. And so what if you're off pitch? So what if you forget the words? If you love something, that passion, that love is contagious. So I thought I would pass that on, because I know I'm not the only one that thinks I'm not good enough. It's just today is the first day I realize how often I reinforce that thinking with my own thoughts and my own words. We really do have to pay attention to this stuff. We all are good enough. We're good at being us. That authenticity, that uniqueness, what we're passionate about, what makes our eyes light up. That's all something special to offer. It shouldn't be comparison to other people. If we're being us, if we're doing what makes us us, we're always good enough. Just a thought. I hope it was useful, and if not, get ready. I might have one more of these today. Bye.